Sit with this for a few seconds. Rest is productive. It is not a waste of time, and it actually can save you time. How does hearing that feel in your body? What is the story that your mind is telling you? Do you think the story is true? For most of my adult life, I believed that I didn't have time to rest. In a world where hustle culture often glorifies busyness, it's easy to overlook the importance of rest. But until we learn to truly rest, our minds cannot be transformed, we cannot heal, and we cannot step fully into who God created us to be. For a while, we might be able to force our minds and our bodies into submission. And if it's our goal, we may be able to lose a few pounds. But those pounds always come back, often with more pounds. True healing isn't about forced submission, shaming, or even fixing everything all at once. It's about becoming aware of our patterns, surrendering everything to God, truly learning to rest, and opening our hearts to Jesus so that He has the opportunity to transform the renewing of our minds and to heal us, as promised in the Bible. Today, we're continuing the series on rest. We've talked about the importance of rest, physical rest, and mental rest. Today, we're talking about social rest. What is that? Let's talk about it. Welcome to Her Unraveled Life, the podcast for kingdom women seeking inner peace so that they have the courage and the energy to fulfill their divine purpose. I'm Amy Wadlington, your host and guide on this transformative journey. As a certified holistic life and health coach, mom of 2 girls, and an author who has overcome past trauma, lives with multiple autoimmunities and chronic illness, I've experienced the profound change that accompanies holistic health and a life with God. In each episode, we explore health, healing, and spiritual growth, peeling back the layers that constrain us and boldly stepping into the vibrant life God intends for us. I bring insights from my journey of faith and healing to help us tackle the complexities of our lives, shedding the defenses that hinder us so that we can live fully and freely in the life that God created us for. So let's define what social rest truly means. There are 2 types of social rest. Sometimes it means withdrawing from social activities to recharge our batteries. And what we're going to talk about today is more of the type of social rest that includes socializing. This type of social rest means seeking out meaningful social interactions that nourish our souls and lift our spirits, away from the demands of work or school. Most people think of the latter when they think of social rest, especially if you're an introvert. But especially in the past 4 years, so many people are drained from real soul-feeding socialization. And it's not only draining their energy more than they know, but it's taking away everything that God intends for them so that they can step into who He created them to be. I'm right in the middle between introvert and extrovert. Honestly, whether being around people drains me or not depends 100% on the people and the situation. Put me in a room of 10,000 like-minded women who want to heal, grow, and be challenged, and it will energize me for weeks. Put me in a mall with 100 grumpy, rude people who hate life, and I need about a week to recover. Sometimes being around people for too long overstimulates my senses. I was at a convention a few years ago and I found myself sitting in the back of the rooms where fewer people were sitting and taking extra long breaks in the bathroom stalls because I just needed to be alone and away from people. But I was sharing a house at the time with 7 other women, and in those moments, sitting around the table late at night, talking, sharing, and laughing together energized me, and I couldn't get enough of it. So I want to encourage you to act like it's 2019 again, and let's get social. I remember a time in my own life when I felt so overwhelmed by the demands of work, family, and personal responsibilities. I was constantly striving to keep up, but the harder I worked and the more effort I put in, the less productive I became. And deep down, I knew something was missing. It wasn't until I began to prioritize moments of rest, including social rest, connecting with friends, sharing stories, and seeking support, that I really started to experience true healing and restoration in my heart. As a single working mom, homeschooler, business owner, and autoimmuner who works from home, I get worn out, but I also get lonely sometimes. Many weekends are spent resting, sleeping in, napping, reading, watching movies, and going for short walks. But oftentimes, I don't need that kind of rest. What I really need is social interaction. Social rest isn't just about taking a break from our hectic schedules. It's about intentionally nourishing relationships that uplift and inspire us and breathe life into us. As we journey through life's up and downs, it's crucial to surround ourselves with a supportive community. We were not created to do life alone. So if you find yourself in need of rest today, but a nap just isn't cutting it, I want to encourage you to take a moment and pause, reflect, and reach out to someone who brings light and love into your life. To prevent a social rest deficit, it's essential to cultivate relationships that are positive, supportive, and meaningful. But who are the key players in our social circles? Let's explore three types of friends who can contribute to our social rest. There's the first responder. This friend knows your life intimately and can sense when you might need support in an emergency. They're the ones that you can count on for immediate help and comfort. And then there's the same season friend. These are the ones who are walking in a similar path as you. Whether they're navigating parenthood, career transitions, or personal growth, they understand your experiences because they're going through similar challenges themselves. And then there's the give me perspective friend. This friend offers a broader perspective, having already gone through the path that you're currently navigating. They provide wisdom, guidance, and insight gained from their own life experiences, helping you see things from a completely different perspective. Now that we've identified the types of friends who can contribute to our social rest, it's time to prioritize nurturing these relationships. Here are some simple yet effective ways to engage in social rest activities. Number one being fellowship. If you belong to a church, get involved. Stay after service on Sunday to socialize. Start to volunteer. Make friends with others who have similar interests or similar family dynamics. You could also find or form a small group for those who are in a similar life season as you, and you can meet once or twice a month. And then number two is grab some coffee. Just invite a friend for a cozy chat over a cup of coffee, or if you're like me, it can be tea because I don't drink coffee at your favorite cafe. Number three is go to lunch or go to dinner. Treat yourself and a friend to a delicious meal, catching up on each other's lives, and just nourish the relationship over a meal. And then number four is gather friends for a weekend getaway. If it's in your budget, getting away from life's busyness can be very restorative for your soul. You can go with one friend or a group of three or four. Either way, it's going to be a lot of fun and very restorative. And then number five is just go for a walk. It's free, and you can take a leisurely stroll with a friend, enjoying each other's company while getting some fresh air and exercise at the same time. You can find a friend in the neighborhood who lives close to you, and you can set a regular schedule of getting together and going for walks together as well. Number six is find a group with similar interests and join that group. I highly encourage you to do this in person, not online, but online can be good as well. It might be a sporting league like softball or volleyball or even bowling, or you could start a book club or a networking group if you're a business owner. Number seven is do something creative together. Explore your artistic side by attending a pottery class or a craft class, maybe a painting class, and go with some friends and just enjoy the time being creative. Number eight is just go for a drive. You can embark on a scenic drive with a friend, enjoying the journey, turn up the music and sing, and enjoy each other's company. Number nine is invite some friends to your home. Host a cozy gathering, or you could even just invite one friend, whether it's movie night, game night, or simply sharing stories over snacks. Don't worry about making sure that the house is perfect because if they're truly your friend, they won't care. And the chances are their house is probably messy too. So don't stress about that. And then number 10 is ask a friend to help you with a project. You can collaborate with a friend on a project that you're already working on or something that you're both passionate about, enjoying both their company and their support on the project. And then a bonus one, number 11, would be go to a retreat. I've actually felt a nudge by God to start offering retreats someday. But until then, get with your women's ministry leader or another ministry who offers retreats. Retreats can refresh your soul and give you what you need to carry into the next season of your life. They can be restful, educational, spiritual, or fun, or all of the above. Seek one out that you need in this season and register for it today. So, if you're feeling the need for social rest, don't hesitate to reach out to your friends and make plans to connect. Remember, nurturing meaningful relationships is essential for our overall well being. Let's conclude with the powerful truth. Rest, whether it be physical, mental, social, or any of the others that we'll be talking about in the next few episodes, is not just downtime. It is a crucial part of our productivity and health. When we rest, we allow our bodies and minds to renew and heal, making us more efficient and focused when we return to our tasks. For years, I believed the myth that I couldn't afford to rest, but the reality is we can't afford not to. Rest saves us time by preventing burnout, enhancing our decision making, and it fuels our souls and so, so much more. So I invite you to challenge the story that you may have been telling yourself about rest. Is it truly a waste? Or is it the key to unlocking a more vibrant, effective version of yourself? Embrace rest as a vital strategy for living the life that God has called you to lead. Thank you for joining me on this transformative journey of embracing healing through social rest. If you've been inspired by today's episode and want to connect with like-minded kingdom women on their own healing journeys, I invite you to join our free Facebook group, Her Unraveled Life. It's a supportive community where we uplift and empower each other to embrace the abundant life that God has promised. I would also love for you to leave a review so that I know what is working and what is not working and get some feedback so that I can continue to serve you in a way that you need to be served. My prayer is that you find rest for your soul and strength for your journey. This is Amy Wadlington. Thanks for listening. Until next time, friend.